Hello, everybody. I know it's been a while since I did the last video, but I hope everyone's doing well. In this video, it's going to be a little bit different. I don't plan on playing anyone or analyzing any games in this one. I just wanted to talk about my favorite chess program, which is the Chessmaster series, okay? Now, I'm not an ambassador of the brand or anything like that. I know I'm always seen playing using Chessmaster when I'm not playing live games on chess.com, but it's just my favorite program. I've been using it since I was in high school. I always used to use this program when I used to train for tournaments and stuff. So let's take a quick look and see why this is such a great program. All right. So over here, we start off, we have Chessmaster. This is Grandmaster Edition. Now, this isn't the latest one. Chessmaster has been making games since 1986. And the last installment they created was Chessmaster The Art of Learning. This was in 2011. So ever since 2011, they kind of stopped making Chessmaster games. And I mean, I guess I could see why. It's basically not the strongest program, but Chessmaster is just a really fun program. And each year they just added slight improvements. They added a few more characters. I know in the final installments, the last couple of installments, they had Josh Waitzkin, the guy who was in Searching for Bobby Fischer, and they had Larry Christensen, another grandmaster, and they kind of did their little take on it. They kind of did some lectures, some classes that they included in the series, but other than that, maybe they just kind of ran out of things to improve on. So with that said, let's take a look. So over here we have the home screen. When I open up Chessmaster Grandmaster Edition, I have the option of learning. So this is some studies. We'll take a look at that. We have playing a game, and then we have fun. And I guess this part is for kids. So let's start over here with play. So when we go and play, we have training mode, ranked play, setup position, tournaments, online play, and LAN. I've never really used these ones. I've actually tried, but I don't think anyone's really online Chessmaster, waiting to play games. I think in total, Chessmaster's only ever sold like 5 million copies. So I don't think there's an abundance of people just sitting here waiting to play. But anyway, let's check out training mode. So I go in training mode, right? And I can play anyone I want. So this is how the board looks. This is a 2D version of the board. I can always change it. I can toggle between 2D or 3D by just doing this, okay? And this is a 3D version of the board. I could flip it, I could rotate it. I could even zoom in, but I don't really have my mouse with me right now, so I don't think I could do that. Oh, actually I can. If you have a keyboard, you could just press page up and page down. So this is how you zoom in, all right? You can choose from a bunch of different chess sets, which is actually pretty cool. You start off with a couple of chess sets. As you begin to beat more and more people, you unlock more chess sets. So this is what I could do. I could go on chess sets. And these are the 2D ones, like the one I originally had it on, right? And these are all of the different 3D ones. So let's check this one out, African. Okay, so this is actually pretty cool, right? You see it? These are the pawns. This is the rook. It looks pretty cool. Let's check out some other ones. We have, let's see, fancy glass, fancy metal, Futura. Let's look at Indian wood. Let's look at that. So this is pretty cool too. They even changed the background. It looks really nice. So let's just go to a basic chess set, I guess. Let me zoom down. Let's go on Staunton official. Okay, and this kind of looks like the chess sets that you'll see at tournaments, the ones that they pretty much create for kids and other people to play with, the little annotated chess set over here. So this is actually pretty realistic, okay? So this is what we have. And now let's say we want to play a game. We could go on quick start. We could play someone around your level, a beginner, a novice, strong player, grandmaster, whatever. Let's look at them. So over here, we start with really weak players, right? A rating of 23, 37, whatever. And it goes all the way up. All the way up. We start to increase. We get to the thousands. These are around club level players around here, right? And then we go all the way up to chess experts, okay? And then we have Masters, and then Grandmasters. Now, here's what I like about this series. So let's look at someone. Let's look at Shakespeare. He's rated 2751. All right, first of all, let me talk about the ratings. The ratings are not going to be accurate, okay? I would say they're about 200 or so off on average. But obviously, this person isn't 2751. That's like Kasparov's level, right? Some random dude isn't going to be a grandmaster or world champions level. Let's get that off the table at first. But let's say he's going to play around somewhere in the 2000s, all right? And what I like about this is, first of all, you can filter it out by the ratings, right? Get rid of all these people, okay? By the age, for whatever reason, right? Well, I guess he's between 25 and 40, Shakespeare. Now, let's look. They have little biographies as well. It says Shakespeare is a cafe owner, and he plays chess, blah, 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 blah. So this keeps it kind of interesting. They all have their own unique stories. This guy's a lumberjack. This guy's an English professor, you know. And these aren't necessarily real people. These are probably just like models that they took pictures of. These people were in the original Chessmaster, so this is probably a long time ago. These people are probably way older now. Now, these are actual players. So you have Tal, right? You have Boris Spassky, Nigel Short. You even have Fischer somewhere. Let's see. You have Paul Morphy. You have Bobby Fischer. I think some versions have Kasparov. Most of them don't. And then you have Chessmaster, who's going to be the strongest there. He could be pretty much anyone else on this. And basically, these people all have different styles of playing. So I'll show you guys this in a second. But they have their different various styles of playing. And some of them they're going to make super aggressive. Some of them super defensive. Some of them are going to value a piece more than others. Chessmaster's personality, they create it so that Chessmaster is just completely balanced in every regard. He's not too much of an attacker. He's not too much of a defender. He doesn't overvalue or undervalue pieces. He rates a pawn as 1. He rates a bishop as 3 and whatnot. If you look at some, and this is Larry Christensen, of course. If you look at some of the programs now, some of the personalities, sorry. So let's look at this guy, Shakespeare. They call him a pawn master. He's obsessed with his pawns, right? And you can actually look to see, let me do something real quick. You can look to see what his tendencies are, how they programmed him. So let's look at Shakespeare. They have him balanced in terms of attacker or defender. Strength of play, they have him at 70. So that's pretty good. Obviously, Chessmaster is going to be all the way at 100, right? But this guy, Shakespeare, is just 70. His material positional, he's balanced. And let's look at the pieces he values. He values pawns way more than he should, right? 1.5. And positional, he really cares about his passed pawns or his pawn weaknesses, okay? Let's say I like the way he played, but let's say I wanted him to be a little more aggressive, right? Let's say I'm like, I like playing this guy, but I want him to be more aggressive. Well, I'm just going to make him more of an attacker as much as I want, and then I'm going to save. You see it's Shakespeare number 2, but I can name him anything I want, right? Blah, blah, right? Okay, or let's say I like his style of play, but he's just a little too hard for me, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to decrease the intensity, probably make it something a little more reasonable, right? You get what I'm saying? So that's something I really like about this, all right? You can also import other engines. Let's say I have a engine for Fritz or something like that, right? Or Robolito, I think that's the name of one of the engines. I can also play that, all right? Now let's say, I can import it into the Chessmaster program, and then I can play it. Let's say I'm playing someone. Let's just choose someone really weak, right? Okay. First of all, I can do the game as fast as I want. I can give them more time. I could give them less time. I could give us the same time. I can play hourglass, okay? Now, one thing I want to mention about these personalities, they're never going to do super blunders. Like, you can't 4-move checkmate them or anything like that, but they do make a lot of dumb moves, okay? They're not going to make blunders that are too obvious. And they're also always going to see like mates coming up. computers are kind of strange how they're programmed. They have to make selective errors. They can't have miscalculation errors because they're not humans, okay? Now, let's say I'm playing this Petra lady and she's beating me for whatever reason. Oh, she took my queen, right? What I can do, if I wanted, I could always just switch sides, right? And now I'm playing her position, she's playing mine, right? Okay, let's switch back. Mentor. I could ask for quick hints. So Chessmaster is really good. So think of Chessmaster like a grandmaster level. So I could say, what's a quick hint? And he'll tell me, hey, how about moving your bishop here, right? For whatever reason. Okay, maybe he anticipated this being taken and then me recapturing, right? Or I can ask for actual advice and he'll explain to me what I should do. So I'll go on advice. Let's let him think for about 3 seconds. All right. Let's see what he recommends. Okay, usually this talks to me. I don't know why it's not now. But he goes into basically a spiel of what to do. You should do this, and he anticipates the best move on their end. If you take with your bishop, they'll take with their pawn, you'll take with your pawn back. And he'll explain the line of thinking as to why you should do certain moves. And he'll say, if you do this, you'll come out on top. As a result of this line of play, you win a queen, 2 bishops, and 2 pawns for a rook, a bishop, and a pawn. In addition, their mobility is slightly decreased, and their pawn structure is decreased, okay? So this is a good way to practice and get good at the game. You start to learn not only what the good moves are to do, why these moves are good moves, okay? You can also look at thinking lines, okay? And these are just the line of thinking. They could show the top move after 1 second, after 7 seconds. Obviously, this thinks in a branch-like fashion. So as time goes on, they start seeing more and more and more variations, right? So after 1 second, Chessmaster said capture with the rook. After 17 seconds, the Chessmaster said, no, capturing with the bishop is much better. This shows the top move. This shows the top 2 moves, okay? And so on and so forth. You can see what the top 3 moves are, all right? And you can also look at the line of thinking of your opponent. I won't do that now, but you can see what your opponent's thinking and stuff, all right? You can also have blunder alerts. So Chessmaster will tell you if you make a mistake and why. So instead of capturing the bishop like Chessmaster recommended, I'll move here. Oh, you might regret that move. You can take it back, you can say you disagree, or you can ask why. And Chessmaster will analyze it and tell you why you should do a better move, all right? After the game is over, so let me play someone stronger who could beat me. Oh, and that's another thing. You can also change characters mid-game. All right, so I can change to someone else to take over the game for me, or I can have someone else take over for them and beat me. Let's have Alekine play this person's position, just so I can lose really fast. Okay, let me turn off blunder alert. All right, it's probably only a matter of time till I get checkmated. And it says in the bottom if there's going to be mate in like 4 or something. All right, let me do this. Okay, checkmate, forced mate in 10. I don't know how I'll survive it, but let's see. Okay, I got checkmated sooner than that, right? Afterwards, I can look at statistics. Chessmaster can analyze the game as long as I want it to. I can play a suggested opponent, look at a game chart, or Chessmaster could explain their feedback on it. What was my best move? What was my worst move? Who I should play based on how I played. Game chart, I guess it shows who was in the lead and what move or how many moves. Okay. So that was basically that. All right. You can also copy games and import them, right? You can force move if your opponent is taking way too long and whatnot. Okay. So that's that. Let's look at some other features of this. So let's go back out of training mode. So this is rank play. This is setup position. All right, rank play is similar. It's just you're gonna actually get a rating, and you know you could play like in a tournament mode. It's pretty much the same thing, but you can't take back moves and stuff because it's an actual game. This is just like you're playing in the Skittles room, like you're not playing too serious. Okay, let's look at some more features. Learn. All right, we have famous games, we have databases, we have openings. Let's look at some famous games. Um, look at a Kasparov game. All right, let's look at Kasparov versus Karpov, 1987, right? So this has the games listed for me. All right, let's put this 3D, 2D. All right, this is actually pretty cool. Let me zoom in a little. And this talks about it. Karpov makes a strong-looking exchange sacrifice in the 1987 World Championship match, but Kasparov wriggles well and avoids the axe. Let's look at it through here. So let's look at it. So this walks you through the game. Kasparov was black, Karpov was white. And if you don't know, these are Russian grandmasters. Kasparov was actually the world champion before he retired to do politics, and Magnus Carlsen took over. So this is what's going on here. So we just have a basic opening. Usually it tells you what the opening in question is as well. And it usually has some annotations right here. I don't know why they're not showing up yet. Okay, there we go. We had one. So this was the Grunfeld defense. It was a staple between these two during the earlier matches. All right. So I won't spend too much time on this. I just wanted to show you guys some of the games. This has all sorts of famous games, all the way from the, let's see, from the 1800s, I think. Let's see. Yes, the 1600s. Whoa. Okay. We have Captain Smith playing in the 1500s. All the way to later in the 2000s. This game was out, like I said, like mid 2000s, I think, this version. So it only goes so far. It's not going to have like, oh, it does have Magnus Carlsen. Oh, okay. I didn't know he was playing that young. Oh, all right. So this has a lot of old games, all right. Let's see, what else do we have here? What other features can I show you? All right. Okay, let me get out of here real quick. Okay, let's look at Academy. Josh Waitzkin has an Academy, and so does Larry Christensen in the Chessmaster series. Okay, this gives you introductions. This teaches you, first it teaches you how to play chess. Let's say you never played. Then it teaches you arsenals. It teaches you forks, pins, skewers, discoveries, all of that. And it teaches you strategies, open games versus closed games, pawn structure, opening principles, weak squares versus strong squares. It shows all sorts of other things, and endgame courses, psychology of chess, annotated games. I guess Waitzkin kind of analyzes it. He actually talks. There's an audio of Waitzkin. There's an audio of Larry Christensen too. Larry Christensen actually plays Chessmaster and beats him, and they kind of analyze that game. He kind of explains it. All right. Let's see. What else do we have? Back on this Academy. Chessmaster series. Okay, these are more tutorials. And you also have tutorials from Larry Christensen too. Okay. You have practicing opening. This has opening repertoire, right? This teaches you all of the openings. So E4, King's Pawn opening, right? Then this has all the variations of it that are considered book. All right. And for those who don't know, book is like, the agreed upon best opening moves that they've analyzed. They agreed on. These are pretty much what all professional chess players and serious chess players do. They don't really vary too much from these opening moves. Otherwise, there's a good chance you might not win the game if your opponent's playing book and you're not. So e4, e5, okay, and then it talks about all the variations. As you can see, this branches off until what's officially considered book is done, and you got to play on your own, okay? So this kind of teaches you a bunch of book openings as well, all right? What else do we have here? Database. All right, I guess this is similar. This has a bunch of games that were played. Famous games, I guess. Famous players. Position searches, all of that. All right. All right, let's go back. All right, let's go under fun. Let's see what that's all about. We have play, we have puzzles, we have mini games. Let's look at puzzles. All right, so this has all kinds of puzzles. Hung piece, find the fork. Let's see, there's a hung piece here somewhere. I don't know why it's taking me forever to see it. No, that wasn't it. White to move, right? Oh, wait a minute. All right, so you have all sorts of random puzzles. I could find a mate in one. Let's look at this one. Find the mate in one. What is it? White to move. Sorry, guys, I'm a little rusty, so if this takes me a while, do not judge me. Okay, this wouldn't be mate in one now, would it? Oh. Okay, there we go. All right, it took me a second. All right, so you have that. You have finding mate in two, avoiding mate, moving to safety, things like that. All right. Let's see. Do I have anything else I want to show you guys? Main menu. Let's look at mini games. Fork my fruit. Using chess forks with various pieces. Okay. You got to attack 2 fruit at once. Oh, interesting. Okay. I guess this is a fun little mini game for kids. Attack 2 pieces at once. Ooh, can I get all 4? Bam! Do I win something? Do I win a prize? Okay. All right, well, as you can see, these are some mini games. There's other games for kids. Let's see, what do we have here? Play. So basically for kids, they have it all decorative and stuff. These are little animated chess sets. All right. You can choose who to play. New game. This is Josh, age 6. Now, there's different ages of Josh. There's age 6 where he's like 1200. Then age 7 where he's 1365. Then age 8 when he's 1600. Then age 9 when he's 1800. All the way to age 12 where Josh is pretty much a master at this point. He's 2100. And I think he was a national junior champion or something. And you can play this monkey named Stanley as well. Look at that. All right. I think you can still change the chess set. I don't know if you can or not, because I probably wouldn't want to play with this chess set, but I wouldn't be playing here anyway. Okay, so I think that is pretty much it for the Chessmaster series. Everything I wanted to show you guys. Like I said, this isn't the strongest program. I mean, it's still pretty strong. Unless you're like a grandmaster, you're probably not going to beat Chessmaster or some of the highest rated opponents on this game, okay? But this is one of a pretty strong program. It's not the strongest. If you want strongest, I think you can get Stockfish 10, as of when I'm doing this video, which is 2018, Stockfish 10 is the strongest chess program. It is they're rated in like the 3000s or whatever. So Stockfish is pretty strong. You can get it for free. I'll remember to put the link in the description. You can download it for free. I'll put the link for this Chessmaster program as well if you guys want to purchase it. There's also Ribka. When I got Ribka back in 2013, 2012, 2013, Ribka was one of the strongest chess programs in the world. It was, I believe it was just on the decline, but the year or so ago, it just won the World Computer Chess Championship. All right. As of today, Ribka is not really that competitive anymore. You have all these other ones like Houdini and Komodo, which you can find on the chess.com website that I always play on. And those are really strong. They're like rated in the 3000s. I think Ribka might have been just under that. So if you try to play today's modern chess engines against Ribka, Ribka's probably going to lose. But I like Ribka at the time. And Ribka has other games like Suicide Chess, also known as Take Me Chess, where you let them basically capture your piece. Ribka doesn't have the same kind of personalities like Chessmaster. Like you can make Ribka's level a little lower, but nothing's like Chessmaster in terms of, all the adaptability, all the different fun personalities. All the other chess engines are basically there to destroy. They're there to be the strongest chess engine, and that's it. As you can see, Chessmaster is not about that. Chessmaster is more about teaching. It's about aesthetics. It's about fun. It's about different personality. It's about just giving the user control. These other chess engines are just basically, I want to play my engine against yours, or I want my engine to analyze your engine. All right. So I think Shredder might be the strongest online chess program, pretty much for free. If you want to play on telephone, you have Play Magnus. That's pretty strong. I played it against a lot of these programs, and it was really competitive. If you can play Magnus at the highest level, it's going to be extremely difficult. I know there's some, I'm probably forgetting some other online chess engines. The strongest chess apps. What are some other ones? In any case, so this was Chessmaster. If you guys have any questions about the program, feel free to write me, let me know. I've been using this forever. I like to use it when I'm playing games or when I'm analyzing my games or whatnot. So just let me know. All right. Take care. Bye, guys.